Welcome to day 240 on Daily Dose of Hope, and we have been on the subject of power of hard work. We have established the fact that work isn't a curse but a commandment. We discovered that after Adam was created and put into God's presence, the next thing God gave to him was his assignment. Assignment is essential for attainment. Any believer that will not work, Paul said he will not eat. As a matter of fact, a man's work is the pathway to his fulfillment. Today, by the privilege of grace, we'll be talking about levels of work, which begins with unskilled labor, the place that nothing is working but your body. And you'll find it in the story of Jacob after he left with the blessing. The first kind of work he did was menial. It's called unskilled labor. It didn't amount to much. He remained in servitude until God took him to another level. And what was that level? Where he was able to genetically alter the DNA of those animals to produce and increase his resources and position himself for massive wealth transfer. So we discover that even when you begin your labor with the menial, you're not to remain in the menial. Menial work cannot produce much. Menial work is that level of unskilled labor. You must move from unskilled labor to semi-skilled labor, from semi-skilled labor to skilled labor, from skilled labor to highly skilled labor. The truth is that the more you evolve in your labor, the more benefits you get, the more robust your payment. And that's why you discover, even in life, laborers that just physically exert themselves, they are least paid. Those that have a bit of knowledge, which is the semi-skilled, roadside mechanic, the carpenter, the plumber, they get more paid. Those that are skilled, talking about people that went to school, maybe with a BSc or any kind of certification, that they want to call skilled, and then the highly skilled are those that went further to add to what is basic knowledge to become excellent in their performance. The better you are at your work, the more robust your pay. And it will interest you that as you evolve on the rung of the ladder of labor, the easier the work seems to be physically. In other words, you evolve from working with your body to working with your brain. Brain work is best work. When you get to that place where your brain is the one doing all the work, your brain is dangerously functional. The other labors on the rung of the ladder falls under the highly skilled. So it begins to manage the skilled, the unskilled, the semi-skilled. So the more you develop yourself and become effective, the more robust you'll be. And that was why Jacob began as a servant, but he ended up as a master. He was wealthier than his boss because he evolved on the rung of the ladder of labor. Don't remain at the bottom of the rung. Develop yourself. From being unskilled, move on to becoming semi-skilled. From being semi-skilled, move on to becoming skilled. From being skilled, move on to becoming highly skilled. It is at the place of highly skilled that you enter into the rest that makes you cease from sweating and struggling. I'm praying for someone. God will give you capacity to evolve on the rung of labor's ladder in Jesus' name. God bless you.